Good morning. Welcome to the January 25th, 2024 inaugural board meeting of the Sunshine Coast Regional Hospital District. I would like to acknowledge that we are gathered within the territory of the Shishal and Squamish Nation and call the meeting to order at 9:03 a.m. Our first order of business will be the election of the chair. The procedure for election of the chair is set out by the board procedures bylaw. I will call for nominations 3 times. If only one candidate is nominated, that candidate will be declared elected by acclamation. If more than one candidate is nominated, each candidate will be given a maximum of 3 minutes to address the board in favor of their candidacy and in the order the nominations were received. I will then hand out blank ballots on which you will write the name of the candidate of your choice. We will collect and count the ballots and inform the board if there is a successful candidate. Are there any questions about the process? Would the board members like to know how many votes each candidate receives? And if so, would one of the directors like to make a motion to that effect? Hearing no questions or no indication of a motion, I will call a first time for nominations for the position of chair for the Sunshine Coast Regional Hospital District. Director McMahon.
I would like to nominate Director White.
Director White, do you accept the nomination?
Yes.
I will now call for nominations a second time. I will now call for nominations a third and final time. There being no further nominations, I declare Director White elected by acclamation to the position of chair for the Sunshine Coast Regional Hospital District. I will now turn the meeting over to the chair to conduct the meeting for the vice chair.
Thank you. I didn't have a 3-minute speech prepared for the election, so I don't have an inaugural speech either, sorry. But thank you. The election of vice chair will follow the same procedure as the election of the chair. I will call for nominations 3 times. If only one candidate is nominated, that candidate will be declared elected by acclamation. If an election by voting is required, the corporate officer will hand out blank ballots on which you will write the name of the candidate of your choice. Ballots will be collected and counted, and the corporate officer will inform the board if there is a successful candidate. I will call for a first time for nominations for the position of vice chair of the Sunshine Coast Regional Hospital District. Director Toth.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to nominate Director McMahon.
Thank you. Director McMahon, do you accept the nomination?
I do.
Thank you. I will now call for nominations for a second time. And for a third time. Seeing none, I declare Director Donna McMahon elected as Vice Chair of the Sunshine Coast Regional Hospital District by acclamation. Thank you for your service.
Also no 3-minute speech.
Okay. Now we'll move on to approval of minutes of our meeting of October 19th, 2023, which are on annex. Oh, we've got to adopt the agenda still. That didn't happen.
Amended agenda.
Okay. An adoption of... I don't understand that. I mean, it's the agenda in front of us, right?
There's an amended agenda.
It hasn't been amended yet.
Yeah.
Okay, adoption of an amended agenda. Moved by Director McMahon, seconded by Director Lee. All those in favor? The motion carries. Minutes. So these are the minutes of October 19th, 2023, Annex A, pages 2 to 4, which we need to adopt. Moved by Director McMahon, seconded by Director Gabius. All those in favor? Motion carries. Item 3 is a report from our General Manager of Corporate Services on the 2023 Audit Service Plan, and that's Annex B, pages 5 to 24. Look to our CFO.
Thank you, Chair. So this particular report in front of you is in preparation for the audit. and it is scheduled to commence in March of this year. The Sunshine Coast Regional Hospital District is pretty straightforward, so there's information regarding materiality, scope of the audit, and of course, if the board has any comments related to the audit, those can be communicated to our auditors when they are here in March, which they will engage with the chair if there are any questions. Staff are here to take them. Thank you.
Any questions from the board? Seeing none, I don't think there's a recommendation here. This is just, is there could I get a motion to receive all reports and materials? Moved by Director Inkster, seconded by Director Toth. All those in favor? Motion carries. That's helpful. And there is a recommendation, I see, on page 5. Moved by Director McMahon, seconded by Director Gabius. Any discussion? All those in favor? Motion carries. And on to item 4, meeting calendar for 2024. I'll look to our, I think that's straightforward. Is there any? Okay, there is.
Yes,
The
thank you.
CFO.
So we just revised the calendar this week, and we are going to make a recommendation off of page 25 that the adoption of the final budget for the regional hospital district be scheduled for February 22nd to follow the board meeting, and that will mean one less day for the board to be here. So that is a suggested amendment for this particular calendar. Thank you.
Okay, does anyone want to move adoption of that with that amendment? Director McMahon, seconded by Director Gabius. Any discussion? All those in favor? Motion carries. And communications, these are materials, item 5, page 27 to 54, from the local government liaison meeting. It wasn't strictly related to capital, but with quite a number of community groups, including local government representatives, come to this governance liaison meeting. I think it's been scheduled a little bit inconsistently in the past, but this has been at least 2 times in the past year. So a couple times a year this meeting occurs. Does anyone have any questions on? I think I shared this weeks ago when it first arrived too by email. So yeah, lots of good information here, including from public health on trends on the Sunshine Coast. Okay, so that has been received, and we just need to adjourn, I think. Okay, moved by Director McMahon, seconded by Director Inkster. All those in favor? The motion carries. We're adjourned. Thank you.